And we're here now with Arizona Congressman Matt Salmon, one of the House Republicans who voted in favor of eliminating funding for the president's health care program as a condition for keeping the government running. Well, Congressman, we just had a conservative Democrat and a Republican in the Senate both say there's no way, no how that this is going to get done in the Senate. And, other people all week have been comparing this to a kamikaze attack, a suicide mission.
Well, Bob,
why'd you do it?
Let me throw out a couple of other examples. 3 weeks ago, I think everybody in this country thought it was a fait accompli. We were going to bomb Syria. But the voice of the American people was heard, and we didn't bomb Syria. In fact, the president's over negotiating now with Vladimir Putin to ensure that we take care of that issue.
But if I do say so, Congressman, Putin can't help us on this one.
Well, I find it ironic that the president would negotiate with Vladimir Putin, but he won't negotiate with the Republicans in the House of Representatives. I think the American people might find that a tad ironic, too. Also point out that back in, I believe, 1996-97, we sent welfare reform to President Clinton. He vetoed it. Nobody believed that welfare reform could ever take place. The third time that we sent it to him, not only did he sign it, but he also took credit for it. I think the voice of the American people is loudly being heard, and they're saying that Obamacare isn't going to work. They're afraid of it. They were promised they'd be able to keep their health care. They're finding that's not true. They were promised that their insurance rates would go down. Many of them are seeing them go up. In fact, most are seeing them go up. And I heard loudly and clear in the August recess that we want Obamacare gone.
But I guess, Congressman, the point that we just heard being made, and it's been made all week by a list of people as long as my arm,
right?
A lot of them Republicans, business leaders, is fight a fight that where you have some chance of winning. You're just wasting everybody's time by going through one of these exercises again to shut down the government. And I've seen no poll that thinks it's a good idea to shut down the government.
We don't want to shut down the government. I want to make it clear. We want to shut down Obamacare. The American people have made their voices clear. Most of the polls that I've seen over the last few weeks have said clearly there's a majority of Americans that don't want Obamacare. The president has postponed 41 out of 82 of the provisions of Obamacare. He's given exemptions to big business. He's given exemptions to Congress. Why doesn't he give the same kind of exemptions to the hardworking American people?
But you know what's going to happen. I mean, you can write this script now. They're going to strip out this thing to not fund Obamacare out of this bill in the Senate. They're going to wait till the very last minute. They're going to send it back over to the House, and then you're going to have to vote on whether we just shut down the government.
Well, I would hope that Senator Reid would take the voice of the American people seriously, that they would seriously try to entertain. If they can't come up with total defunding of Obamacare, then come up with another proposal. But have a straight-up vote on the floor. That's all we're asking. This is what the American people want. They've made their voice loud and clear, and we're simply trying to enact the will of the people.
But this is not the land of wishful thinking. This is the land of what's real and what's going to happen. And even if you pass this, the president would veto it, and there certainly are not 67 votes in the Senate to override his veto. It's law.
I would hope that the president would value keeping the government open over preserving a law that most Americans are against.
Let me also ask you about this shooting that we had. You had Gabby Giffords shot, again, a deranged person with a gun. I don't see much happening on that front. Do you think the Congress, do you feel any responsibility to do anything about that?
I think that ultimately, as Senator Coburn just said, there are mechanisms to ensure that people who have serious mental illnesses don't get guns. There are tons of laws on the books that address this fact as well. I think we have a crisis in America when it comes to dealing with serious mental illness, and we should focus on that.
All right. Well, Congressman, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming by.
Thank you very much.